All right, chores are done. Time to get back on the projects. We're gonna see if this baby will start without priming it. It's been sitting a little over a week. Let's see what we got. So I figured what we would start with is I'm going to show you what drew me to this car. I was honestly not that interested in it when I first saw it, but when I started looking underneath of it, I was blown away. It's not perfect, but it's pretty nice for an old car. All right, so as you can see, the underbody, the frame, floorboards, all have surface rust, but no holes. Look at these rockers. I mean, for a 77 with original paint, come on. Had this moss protection on them. I'm telling you, it's a pretty nice car. Let's slide towards the back. As you can see back here, again, some surface rust, some wasp nests. But this body is really good. Even the gas tank looks pretty decent. Again, not perfect, but it's not leaking. Ford 9-inch. Look up in here. I mean, this is all original, you guys. Never been painted. It's original paint. And yeah, it's got a little surface rust, but man, somebody could really make a nice car out of this if they wanted to. All right, where we're gonna start on the Lincoln is we're gonna change the freeze plug, which sometimes those go pretty good, sometimes they're a pain in the butt. We're gonna find out. But the first step is we need to unhook the battery because we're gonna be removing the starter to do this job. And the starter is way down in there. Let's go look at it from underneath. All right, the starter on this fine machine is right here. And man, that's a big sucker. That's gonna be heavy. All right, we're gonna go ahead and pull this wheel off so we got a little more room to work under there. Guys, if you can take a car from 1977 that's been sitting for 30 years and spin the bolts out by hand, that's a pretty good sign. I'm gonna move these trans lines a little bit. I don't want to move much because I definitely don't want to break them, but they got to move a little. One out. This one up here is a little tougher to get to. Oh my word. I broke this one loose and it's coming out by hand too. I am shocked. That's lucky. The old Lord's working for me today. Let's see if we can't just get this kind of out of our way. Well, I don't have the starter all the way out, but I do have that freeze plug exposed. I think we might be able to get in on it. So in a perfect world, we'd be able to stick a pry bar inside that rusted hole inside that freeze plug and just pop it right out. But we don't live in a fairy tale world here, so I know we're gonna probably struggle with it. I got a collection of things here. One of these will get her. I never want to pry against your starter. Unless you want to, then go ahead, I don't care. Alright, I'm hooked in there a little bit. Nope. Did it budge? Not really. Maybe what I'm going to do is work around the edge and tap it in a little. just to try and break it loose. And I'll be darned, I think we got it broke loose. There she is. Guys, that went way easier than it should have. Not complaining, just telling you. Now, let's get some of that rust that got driven in there out. All right, so as you can see, she's out. One very important thing we're gonna have to do before we install the next one is we're gonna have to get way up in there and clean that hole out really good. It's gotta be back to bare metal for the next one to be able to install properly and seal properly. So we're gonna spend a little time cleaning that up. All right, got some tools of choice here for cleaning that hole up. We'll see how it goes. All right, I tried 100 different ways to get you guys a good angle to see this. It ain't gonna happen, I'm sorry. All right, I got an idea. These are kind of handy. You can buy them at Harbor Freight. They're super cheap. All right, it's not perfect, but as you can see, the inside of that hole is now nice and clean. And that's kind of the goal. Now we can get a new freeze plug in there. But we gotta go get one. Unfortunately, Napa is closed because it's Sunday. So we're gonna go up to East Lansing. All right, we're in the truck. Got my sidekick, right, Duke? Duke. Got my buddy with me. We're going to AutoZone. See you in a minute. All right, we're here at AutoZone. The truck kind of had some success. They didn't have any metal ones like this. So they're like kind of obsolete. But they did have the rubber expanding ones, which I've used before, and they actually work really good. So I'm not mad at that at all. And we're gonna go home and see how it works. Anyways, if I had a parts store, I would probably stock some freeze plugs. There's like 4 different sizes of them total, and they take up about as much room as a $50. So, you know, they're still out there. I think I would probably have a little cardboard box way up high on a shelf in the back corner with all the other really old stuff that nobody ever needs. And then I'd have them when I need them. But what do I know? I'm just a guy. So anyway, heading back home. Here we go. Let's make her green. This light always gets me as soon as I pull out. Not today. All right, if you've never seen one before, this is a rubber expansion plug. These can replace a steel freeze plug. They work really good. You just shove them in the hole, tighten that nut up. It squishes these 2 washers together and expands out that rubber and makes a really good seal. I've used these before. I really like them. This one is 1.5 to 1 5/8. The factory freeze plug was 1.5, so this should do the trick. Let's go try it. Okay. Whoop. She's in the hole. Now all we gotta do is tighten her up. I believe that's gonna seal. Okay, now that we got the freeze plug in, the next thing we need to do is change out this radiator. It actually should go pretty smooth. The only part I'm a little concerned about are these trans lines down here. They look a little sketchy, so we're gonna clean those up with a wire brush, lube them real good with some PB Blaster, hope for the best.